Hello, it is Thursday. I actually have tomorrow off. It's been a couple of weeks we've been without one of my coworkers, so I've been working a little extra. And then another coworker has been out this week, celebrate his birthday, fellow Libra, which is fine. It's just a little, you have new people in positions. It's been a little interesting. So I prepared by like, I have time to take off. And since I'm not moving, I was like, okay, let's use that time. So I did my eyes. It's a separate video. Since it's going to take 20 minutes, it took about 20 minutes. So it's going to be a separate one. And we're going to get ready for another happy hour. They said we're about halfway through the fall series of happy hours. And I'm like, so there's going to be 6. So if we're halfway, I don't know if they're all going to be on Thursdays. So 1, 2, I mean, they could still fit another one in just before that Thanksgiving, but okay. All right, so because under my eyes needs a little moisture, I'm going to add a little an eye cream, and this is, I can never read this. It'll be in the description. If you can read it, that's great. So I'm just adding some moisture there. I did put some eyeshadow a little under there, but once I do my concealer, it's not gonna matter anyway. There's people who can do the complete eye look with their eyeshadow right there and not mess it up with concealer. I'm like, okay, I'm not that person. Yeah, it feels much better with that moisture right there. But yeah, so I got happy hour tonight. One of the ladies who I usually go with, meet up there, and the other one is out of the country. She's not going tonight, and I'm like, this is close to my house, so I'm definitely going. I'm not gonna complain, obviously, because I don't know if that makes a change. I don't know why my lips are very dry, but they are. I'm like, so I'm gonna go because I had a look I wanted to try out and everything. I'm just like, really? I guess I haven't gotten other ones, but I'm like, I'm not, so I say I'm antisocial. I'm just kind of shy, and it's hard for me to do small talk or start talking to somebody kind of thing. So that's why it's like having somebody there I know. Mind you, I know the hosts or whatever, they know in a sense of they're very friendly and all that. But it's like carrying on a conversation kind of, yeah, it's kind of hard for me. So having somebody there who you kind of are used to seeing, familiar face, always can have a conversation and not feel forced or struggle with. That's why I'm like, okay. But it's like I said, close to my house. I'm still going. I mean, like I said, I try at least. And it's by because it's close. It's 10 minutes away. By the time this posts, I can say where it is. It's at the Womack, which I've been to that parking lot for a arts and craft fair that was held there in a parking lot once. I've never been inside. Apparently they have good whiskey, I've heard, maybe. I don't know if I heard that correctly. Hard liquor, I've heard they had good hard liquor. I did look at the menu, and I'm like, these cocktails are expensive. Happy hour doesn't until 7. They have some drinks on the happy hour list. I'm like, okay, I can pay for that. Because these cocktails are like 14, 16, that's a lot of money. So yeah, I digress. I'm not wearing this shirt. This is just what I'm wearing for right now, and I will change. Okay, so face, I kind of already wiped down a little bit, so this is natural heat. I have the fan on. It is 102 today in Phoenix. Again, Phoenix does not realize it's fall. So anyway, so I digress. And eyeshadow, if you didn't watch the eyeshadow video yet, is Natasha Denona's mini bronze palette. Retails about, I'm $27. It used to be $25, but it, you know, everything's gone up a few dollars. So it's now $27. Which isn't bad, because most of her palettes are like $69, and I'm like, I don't need all those colors or shades. I'm not gonna use all of them. And with her mini ones, at least, I'll use at least 4 of them. My mini Bieber one, I use 4 of them because one of them doesn't work that well. This one, I've used all 5. And I like it, so this is what we have so far. I haven't decided if I'm putting lashes on or not. And if it would be, it'd be those the easy ones, because I have a few of those left. Okay, so moisturized. That was Danessa's beauty oil. And I did that because wipe, and then wipe. What I'm doing is I'm wiping the makeup wipe. We're going to brunch tomorrow, and somebody's just asking now, where is it? I'm like, why did you not look it up when we first announced it? It's like, and then Google's a wonderful thing. I Google everything. Somebody was talking about Chat PT, whatever that new AI thing is they use to look up things. I don't know how that works. I'm gonna sound old. I'm now 45. Encyclopedia Britannica, Google. I look up things by Google. That's just how I look up things. At this chat thing, I don't know what that is. Every now and then I'll ask Siri something, and it's usually the name of a song. So, but yeah, I'm like, I know younger people are into this chat and AI and all that, so we're using Danessa's Universal as my primer. That being said, I don't know what's going on with that. I haven't decided if I'm keeping this because the blush that came with it, I'm not going to use that. So that's why I'm like, why should I use this? I'll keep this. I mean, I like it because it's small, but if I get the bigger one, which hopefully there'll be a, you know, Black Friday sale like there was last year when I got the tinted version of this in a regular size. If that sale happens again, I will have returned this by then, of course. Then I could just get this and that. And then, because my skin issues, I wasn't sure if it was that blush or this. So I'm like, this T-zone is why I'm putting this, because I have the beauty oil on the outside, moisture. And I'm just trying to mattify my T-zone. Okay. So like I said, I don't know if it's, I don't know what it is. I'm still kind of dealing with a pimple here and there. I had a little zip pad thingies on my face when I started my eye makeup. Because I've been washing my face with this new cleanser by Innisfree. It has a salicylic acid in it. And then I'll use the retinoid and all that stuff. So I'm just like, it looks better right now. But still, I have patches where I'm just like, ah. Okay, so I can get stuff in this shirt. I'm gonna powder a little bit. That's way too much powder. Just to mattify, T-zone some more. All else fails. I'm trying to avoid the under eye area since I just moisturize those and that'd be pointless. Let's do the eyebrow area because I see this little oily area right there. Okay, see, that's better. My under eyes are still moisturized. Okay. But yeah, I need to get a new tire. I keep forgetting to make an appointment. I might just go after brunch. Okay, so what we're using today, I did not spray. Let's spray real quick. You know, I just realized why when I first don't feel it. The fan is probably blowing it off and why I can't feel it. I just realized that right this second. So what we're using today is Haus Labs. Sample $4.90. I think when it came out, I tried it. I swear I did. But I don't see a video on my phone, or I did not label it, that says I tried it. So that's why we're going to try it again right now. Because it came out around the same time that Mario, Makeup by Mario foundation came out. So I'm like, did I not try this? Because Cocoa Swat's watches on YouTube and Instagram were like shade twins for a lot of things. So that's why I knew which one to get, because I'm warm or neutral undertone. But for some reason with Haus Labs, you have to, it's the opposite. So this is $4.90 is cool. I'm not a cool person, other than, it's funny, other than in the NARS Soft Matte, no, the NARS Radiant Foundation or the light reflecting one. I'm a cool in that, but otherwise I'm warm and neutral. So let me shake this. And I watched some videos on this. It may or may not be good for oily skin. I'm combo oily skin people. I've had other people watch, they got it too. I have plenty in here. So because with the Black Friday and all those kind of sales coming up, I'm like, I want to buy a foundation, or this end of the month VIB sale. This is for, so I'm trying to figure out which foundation I'm buying, which is why I'm trying ones out. So I'm just gonna go Just a little more that's in the lid. Of course, you can never tell if it's your shade. Okay, match it, you know, they be matching in certain places, so. Close that. It wasn't closed very well, but you could tell she struggled with the bag because the bag was dirty. So, okay, so I'm gonna put that back over there on top of the bag. Let me spray. And you're supposed to, from the videos I've watched, it's good to stipple it on, I've heard, versus swiping or using a sponge. I need to buy a gallon of water. I bought this the other day in anticipation that I was going to run out of water just in case, because they didn't have the water I liked at the store. So I don't have a stippling brush, but you can stipple. You can use any brush for whatever. I can't see right now. I'll see when I edit. But from what I'm looking at right now, it looks good to me. It's a little luminous. But again, it's at least 80 something in my apartment. Yeah, I'm liking how it looks. It's so just see what I see in my chest. Again, I matched my chest, not my neck. Did I move the camera down? Yeah, I had moved it down 4. Let's move it up a little bit. Because I was doing my eyes. There's somebody in my parking lot, and I don't know if you can hear that squealing. That either needs a serpentine belt fixed, what have you. I guess bad the other day. I'm like, just move. They were sitting in the car for like at least 2 minutes. I'm like, your car's squealing the whole time. I'm like, can you just drive off? Okay, so there's that. And I have nothing on my hand to wipe off like I usually do. Time. Okay, I want to try to finish by 5. because I've been recording since 4 with the eyes. Okay, we're using Lancôme. I'm just gonna do a little there too. So I'm trying to... Okay, and let's, what are we using? We're using, okay, we can use brush. And that's kind of a matte finish. I realized I didn't do, I was gonna take the sponge while I'm waiting. A little bit. Just push it in. I think what's on TV tonight? I was happy it doesn't go that late. I like those happy hour. The business is happy hour. Like when you're like, hopefully I'll follow your regular schedule. Let's see, just a little. Don't have me over here paying all the expensive prices. Okay. Yes, it dry down a little bit. Yeah, because it looks like, I'm like, why does that look like it's drying out? When I put it on, I'm like, it's usually a little more liquidy. What movie did I see recently? I haven't been in a theater in a while. I need to go to the theater. I need to see Expendable 4. I watched it. What movie did that? On Prime, I watched Totally Killer. It's basically kind of Back to the Future, Hot Tub, Time Machine, any kind of time, space, continuum kind of movie. That goes back to the 80s because the 80s was a great time to be alive. So it's a little kitschy, is that what they say, kitschy? But yeah, it wasn't a bad movie at all. I did like it. I kind of watch a movie like that every Halloween. Something that's kind of kitschy. So I definitely fell into that. Okay, hopefully it doesn't dry down too much. I did get a new concealer that was on sale. Juvia's place had a sale. They always having some kind of sale. But a concealer, I wanted to get a shade lighter than my complexion to brighten under eye. So it was like $4, I think. So I got that. It came, I did try it out. It's not this kind of shade though. So goldenish. It works. It's fine. I just don't forget what foundation it's gonna work with. Okay, one side looks like it's came down a little bit more. Let's go like that. Okay, and I'm going to take this real quick. Just gonna I'm gonna blend the edges. So yeah, it'll be interesting going happy hour. Not, I mean, I met some nice people last week. Was it last week? New girl from New York. She's very New York. You can tell she's from New York. I'm like, okay. Nice girl. I do remember her name. I just thought about it. I'm not gonna say it out loud, but I was like, okay, do I remember her name? Then I thought about it. I'm like, I do. And then you can't hear sometimes. And then we started following each other on, me and the other girl I was with, following her on Instagram. And I'm like, okay, that is what she said. So I'm like, I know that's what it sounded like she said. I heard a variation of that. Because, you know, hearing can only do so much. And when you're in a place with loud noise. Okay. We are going with Fenty Contour because we're using it up because we can't. It's getting low and low. I'm going to rub it on my hand. And I did get if you hear music that's not outside but sounds like it's coming from underneath my apartment like that, it probably is. Like I'm hearing what I'm hearing right now, but it's not. I'm not in the living room. That sounds like a car though, right there. That sounds like a car. Yeah. Because it's so low, it's hard. It's not getting in the little areas. Yeah, that's a car. I say that because, well, I'm gonna clean that off since I have a wipe right here. The edges. My neighbors the other day, I don't always work from home, but one of my neighbors the other day was just loud. Like they were outside talking loudly, like talking on the patio. I'm like, you can be in your apartment. Why are you outside? And if it wasn't for the fact, you know, trying to concentrate to work, it's like, what? Why are you home during the day? And you obviously not working because you're outside. I'm like, what do you do? Anyway, so I'm gonna blend this out. And then, do I have a thing? Yeah, I'm gonna blend this out and then powder. But they were just being loud and laughing and all that loud. I'm like, it's the middle of the day. It made no sense to me. So I just had to call the office. Yeah, I guess I'm one of those people. It's making it hard for me to work. And I had a really, really bad headache since like 5 p.m. the day before, which was not from drinking because I did not drink. I went to a bar for the game, for the Cowboys Charger game. So I did not drink there, so that headache had nothing to do with alcohol. I just had a really bad headache, and I think it's the weather not making up its mind. As I've gotten older, it's my headaches. I've gotten more headaches. I've always gotten headaches, but it's gotten worse, it seems like, during the summer. Which is why I need a job where I can go someplace else during the summer. So I had that really bad headache, and then them out there making noise, and then I think I took a nap, and then they proceeded to play the music very loud, like very, very loud. So it's almost like, did management or whoever tell you that you're being too loud, and your way of rebuttal was to play your music loud? And I still don't know if they ever did tell them before then. And it was close to closing time, so luckily I caught the office before that happened. See, this is a good method because I'm gonna continue to use this method when a sponge is easier and faster to clean. Sometimes. I got the new LYS, well, new to me, LYS Beauty, the bronzer contour stick. It's all the rage. It's been a rage for like a year, but I haven't gotten it because I have for the bronzers. but instead of replacing the Fenty contour stick, I'm going to use the shade I got. It was in Worthy, which is kind of dark, but somebody else my similar coloring shade and foundation twin sometimes. I watched a video with her and I'm like, okay, I can use that and I can use that as contour. So I got it in that because it was $5 on the Ipsy, the little Ipsy sale, whatever thing that was going on. The shade I was looking at is usually $12. I'm like, no, I don't want to pay $12 for a bronzing contour stick when I already have bronzers. So the $5 one, I'm like, we're making that work. And then I got a tight line brush for like $2 as well. So that's on its way. Like I said, because that's gonna run out soon. I'm liking how it's looking right now. It's kind of, but I'm saying that the LYS one is darker and it's definitely a contour stick because this is a little warm. It's cool. So it's definitely gonna chisel. Okay. But I'm liking how this looks right now. Okay, so I'm gonna put that down. And let's do the nose contour before I forget. I don't know how long this video is since I kept it recording from doing my eyes. So 20. Well, not too bad. I think if I started that at 20, started this video at 20, okay, yeah, it's not bad. Because if you know I can do shorter videos, I did a shorter video, what, last week? I might do a video for brunch tomorrow, just a simple brunch look. I haven't decided if I'm going to just do a fast, quick get rid of with me, a minute and 30-second kind of reel, or just do a regular video. Last time I went to brunch, my mother was like, how come you didn't do a whole video for it? And I did the reel. Yeah. So I'm like, okay. But I'm not, this brunch is not that fancy. It's kind of like, okay, somebody had the day off. I decided to take the day off too. Somebody else who works from home, who works for themselves, can take the day off kind of thing. And then me possibly getting my tire, which I'm going to call in the morning. Okay. And as always, it doesn't seem to matter. By the second eye, it's always good. I said I don't live that far, so I can take my time. I just don't want this video to be too long. Okay. I'm trying to think what else. I haven't heard all day. So a friend of mine had a pacemaker put in like 2 weeks ago. When did I go to dinner? So that night I went to dinner. Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. The night I went to dinner, I got a text while I was at dinner that he was in the hospital. He was getting a pacemaker. I'm like, what? He's, I don't want to say obviously older because younger people have pacemakers too. He's in his 50s. And I was like, what? Okay. And I'm like, where are you at? The hospital. And then I thought about the hospital where it was at because since I used to work at the medical examiner's office, I used to know where all the hospitals are and if they're good or whatever. I don't remember anything about this hospital. And then I was like, when are visiting hours? So because of when he let me know he was in the hospital, it was too late for me to go. I would have went straight afterwards there. But because, like I said, he did not let me know. We're going to set contour and brush some of this afterwards. So I'm like, okay. And setting contour with bronzer seems to be a thing that's okay. Even though, so I'm gonna do some of the contour color as well. That's Juvia's place, y'all know how I do. just gonna go back and forth in the colors. Just kind of So, because he let me know so late, I was like, okay, I can't come see you tonight. And he's like, okay, I appreciate it anyway. And so I went the next morning, and he looked alright. I mean, other than he's very thin, and found out he's losing weight on purpose. Like he thought he felt better being thinner. And I'm just like, you can't really tell somebody like you're getting too skinny because you don't want to, but he's so thin, and I'm like, oh God. To know he's okay, and he just purposely decided to lose weight is like, okay. So it's not him being sick causing this weight loss. This is just him. I haven't seen him in a while, a few months. So there's that. Mind you, I do think he is a person who would tell me if he was sick, like he told me he was in the hospital. Because he's had some other medical issues in the past where he's been in the hospital, and he has told me, and I've come to visit before. Because once after surgery he had been hospitalized soon after that. So I was like, okay, well, I'm not sleeping well, so I was there as soon as visiting hours started, before nurses' rounds started. So I don't think he told me hoping I'd come visit, but just telling me because, I'd be upset if he did not tell me. It's more so of like, it's not like we're close, kind of close, because I've known him almost 20 years. We don't talk every day, every now and then I'll get a random hello, whatever kind of thing, but enough we're close enough for him to know I'd be worried. Okay, like what the hell? So I'm gonna take some. That's way too much. That was not my attention at all. So definitely have to take a lot of that off there. So now I see some of the beauty people they have right there. And they leave it there while they're doing the eyes, but I'm like, my under eye just gets dry. So that's why I don't leave it there. I don't bake that much. And I'm like, I'm not trying to get that dry. Okay. So, are we gonna wipe away yet? No. Look like this and still be. But we have blush. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go right into blush. Go on volume 5. A little both. Even though my shade is purple, I should have used the purple blush, liquid blush, but oh well. So I'm gonna go a little light one, little of the darker one, go back and forth, just to my hand a little bit. And I don't know how dark this place is. If it's, I'm just gonna see my makeup anyway, but I know my makeup will be on point. Because people are still like, oh, you look great, your makeup looks good. I'm like, thank you. I'm like, it's like, I was like, okay, I'm getting better, but at applying it and not feeling like everybody can see my mistakes kind of thing. And see, this kind of goes with the eyeshadow, even though the eyeshadow is a bronze palette. Do the soft one a little bit more. Okay, there's that. Put that over there. Now we're gonna go into setting the rest of the face and sweeping away some of this stuff. Clean brush. I cleaned my brushes the other day. And then I need to wash my hand. I'll wipe off my hand in a second. Okay. Got to do lips. I'm gonna do eyes. Let's do eyes next. Let me wipe off my hands because I just want to get that out of the way, actually. So under eye is do I have silver for that area? I can. Let's see. Under eye, I wrote down instructions on how to put the use the shades because I've never used it before to figure out what's a good method. So under eye, it's saying 3. I don't know. I feel about 3. I don't think we're using 3. We're going to use the same color, which is Tough, in the Danessa palette. I have a little wing in there, you can kind of see from the russet part of the shade. Okay, and then go into russet for that wing. Some more. Okay. Flesh, looks like flesh, but Caucasian flesh. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, it's not everybody's flesh. This is the gold palette, baby gold palette. Taking the gold, and that was way too much on one side, but here we are. So I need to write that down for my description, and then let's wipe off my finger. Let's see, because it is a bit much. Let's see what I can clean up here. Let us, what's in the inner corner? Let's see. What happens when I'm trying to do something extra? Okay, I'm gonna go that way, I'm gonna bring it that way. That's not too bad. Tomorrow's Friday, okay. The people I get with the meal prep with are sending a text about deadline tomorrow. They changed the deadlines earlier in the day, so it's kind of good that they sent that. Okay, I have gloss on. Primer. So it's moisturized, but the cracks are filled in. Okay, yeah. I still have time because, again, it's close by. So to go with, did I use this in the video? I don't know. So go with Haus Labs foundation. We're using the Haus Labs Le Monster lip crayon. Use it as a liner, use it all over. I've been using it as it's pointy. It's kind of crooked right now because I've been using it as part of my birthday stash. Still October. So I've been using it as a liner. Turn it down a little bit. It's mahogany. It's matte. It's kind of has a little reddish brown to it. Looks like I've been using it as a liner. Just gonna try it down for a second. And I need to stop using it a certain way because it's gonna keep leaning like it is right there. That. And I was trying to decide if I was going to use my chili or if I was going to use Juvia's Place. Let's go with chili. Which is also a matte. Because it's not, it's red, but it's not red. That's why I kind of like this one. Because if MAC has more lipstick sales, I'm like, I don't need any more. I have 2 versions of chili devoted to chili. I have Ruby Woo. I'm good. I'm gonna wipe that off. I'm gonna take that with me. So I'm like, that part of the sale, I don't need any more. Okay, so before I put mascara on, I'm going to set a setting spray. I'm like, I thought that drawer was open. It's like something is open. No, I don't like my ears. What? Like they just felt shiny. And I know I put foundation in there, but okay. So I'm gonna pause again, then I'm gonna change. I haven't paused in the first place. Okay, so this will be cut up. Okay, like that. Okay. Let me do this real quick. I can see a little. Did not put any more. I need to stop doing that because I'm gonna mess up my lips. So let's put on mascara. It's going to be FanFest Benefit. You missed the dog fight from earlier. So, and then I'm gonna go with these, created by Devo. Because I wanted to wear a shirt that wasn't too bari. I didn't want my arms all out. I did shave this under my arms this week. I just, like, I would have had to shave again if I didn't. Which I probably will tonight, but I'm like, it's not happening today. So, this is a shirt. I just did laundry today, so this shirt, though, is not one I wear that often, so, but it's still nice. And, kind of cool bar vibe, like. So, these earrings, with that, this is my final look for happy hour tonight. Oh, let me show you the shirt, because I know somebody likes to see the shirt or see what outfit I'm wearing. So, let me do that real quick. So, extra footage. So, this is your shirt. Jeans, shirt. So now,